What's up, guys? This is round 3, game 1. This is my opening hand. I kept it. Yeah, it's a 1-lander, but I have Aether Vial, which is kind of like another land at this point. I can cheat out my Master of the Pearl Trident, my Lord of Atlantis. I can't cast my Spreading Seas unless I draw another land, but I figured that wasn't worth going down to 6 on. So she plays Noble Hierarch. That was an excellent draw, that other island. So I play Lord of Atlantis, pass the turn. So she plays Wild Defiance, which is whenever a creature you control becomes the target of an instant or sorcery spell, that creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. The only deck that runs this in Modern that I know of is Infect. So I knew we were in for one heck of a race. Infect is one of, if not the fastest deck in Modern. So I'm just getting all my lords out, just trying to outrace here. And she scoops. Alright guys, this is game 2. I actually kept this hand. I don't know if it's a mulligan or not. My reasoning for keeping is if she plays turn 1 Glistener Elf, I can Vapor Snag and just keep Vapor Snagging it, buy myself time. I can dig with Spreading Seas. I don't know, looking back, I probably should have mulliganed this. So there's Glistener Elf. I draw Silver Gill Adept. I snag the Elf. So I Vapor Snagged the Elf, but there's a different line I could have taken, and that is she missed her land drop last turn. I could have Spreading Seas her force instead, and then on her turn she can attack me, I can take some infect damage, and then on my turn I'll snag it, and if she doesn't draw another force, she can't recast the Glistener Elf. But I don't know why I didn't do it. I probably just didn't see it when I was playing, and I don't know which way is better, if the way I did it is better. There she plays Inkmoth Nexus. That's an infect creature as well with flying, so it's probably just a little bit worse than Glistener Elf. End of her turn, I snag the Elf. I spread and seize the Inkmoth Nexus, and I cast Curse Catcher. So she plays Sleight of Hand. She casts Twisted Image, which doesn't do much, but it just draws her a card, so she used it to cantrip. There's another Noble Hierarch. So this is probably my worst misplay of the entire tournament. I double blocked the Glistener Elf. What I'm trying to do here is kill it so she doesn't have an infect creature. The problem with doing this, though, is she has 4 cards in hand and open mana. So the odds of her having a pump spell is pretty good here. And that's exactly what she does with Might of Old Krosa, giving it +2/+2. So she just blew me out here. Draw Spellskite. Spellskite's usually actually really good against Infect. You can redirect all their pump spells, but in this particular circumstance, I don't know how great it is. She has 2 Noble Hierarchs out, and I can't redirect the Exalted because it's whenever a creature you control attacks alone. So I don't know how good Spellskite actually is right now. I guess it's good enough that I don't die next turn. So she casts Twisted Image. This is why it's in her deck, is to destroy opposing Spellskites, and then she draws a card. Pros my hand, sees I have nothing. Might of Volcrosa, giving it +4/+4. Does it again, I'm just dead here. And I scoop. Alright guys, this is game 3, last round, last game. Oh man. Okay, I want to show you why I mulliganed this hand. Double Aether Vial isn't very good to begin with, but the reason why I didn't want to keep is I have no way to interact with her infect creatures, and so I just didn't feel like this was a very good hand against infect, so I mulled. This is actually way better. Yeah, it's a 1-lander, but I have Dismember, so I can dismember her turn 1 creature. And the thing about infect is they run a lot of pump spells, but not a lot of creatures really. So if you can get rid of their first infect creature, they usually don't have another one, and they kind of have to hope to draw into one. And I also have Tidebinder Mage. I can tap down a Glistener Elf. Glistener Elf. So I kept based solely pretty much on Dismember, and if I can draw another Island or Cavern of Souls, I can cast Tidebinder Mage. Perfect scenario is like dismembering a Blighted Agent and tapping down a Glistener Elf. So I drew a second island. That is really lucky. I play Silvergill Adept. I'm just trying to dig here, find more answers. So there's Blighted Agent. Now I'm really glad I kept this hand. I dismember it immediately. I don't want to do it on her turn when she can untap, because if she has like Vines of the Vastwood or Apostle's Blessing, I don't want to give her the opportunity to give her creature protection or hexproof. So I get Lord of Atlantis down, tap for 3. She cantrips with Twisted Image. There's a Vapor Snag, that's really good. Get my Master down. So she fetches for Dryad Arbor, and I think that's a misplay. I don't think she realized I had Island Walk. She has a breeding pool, so she can't block. And I don't know if she realized that, but she's going to be taking this. So she's dead next turn. So she casts Might of Volcrosa on her Dryad Arbor, giving it +4/+4. So at this point I just feel like she gave up. She can't deal with my creatures, and so she just has no way to win. And then she Distortion Strikes it, giving it +1. It can't be blocked. I rub the Salt in the Wound by just Vapor Snagging it, and she concedes. So yeah, I really like Merfolk. I think it's really good. We went up against some tier 1 decks like Infect and Burn, even though that Burn deck, just running Stony Silence and Blood Moon, I can't wrap my head around that. Burn is trying to kill you as quickly as possible. That's your one game plan, and Stony Silence and Blood Moon just don't work towards that goal. So it is what it is though. And then Scred Red, I really like that deck, and I think the opponent was pretty good. He knew his deck pretty well, and he flooded out. I mean, we could have lost that game. So, but it is what it is. Sometimes you flood out in Magic, and you just got to learn to deal with it. Other than that, though, if I was bored and wanted to do a tournament but didn't have a deck in mind to play with, I'd definitely consider Merfolk again. So thanks for watching, guys.